My husband had a 3-month affair with a married woman he met online and they agreed to leave their spouses for each other. My 32M husband cheated on me 31F with a woman he allegedly met on Snapchat. We have been together 8 years and married for 5. 6 weeks after they met, they both told their spouses they wanted a divorce, but at the time he was denying there was another woman. I found out about her roughly a month after he initially told me he wanted to separate. She lived 10 hours away and they were meeting up in another state and spending weekends together at a bed and breakfast. The plan was for them to divorce their spouses and her to move to our state so they could start a life together. I ended up contacting AP's husband so we could piece together their lies, and AP decided to break things off with my husband because it was too much drama. WH decided that he wanted to make things work with us after that and didn't want to break up our family, etc. I agreed to give it a chance, but he still isn't being completely honest. He swears that the two of them never had sex, even though they were spending weekends together at hotels, and refuses to admit to that. Should I take his word for it? Will it really change anything if I know for sure what they did together? Any advice is appreciated. Edit: I am aware that they had sex regardless of how much he denies it. I suspect that he is choosing to work things out with me because he cannot afford to be on his own financially right now. I have tried to kick him out, but he has nowhere to go and legally I cannot make him leave. I am thinking I should keep things peaceful around the house until he gets back on his feet and then proceed with the separation. This will minimize the amount of negativity that my kids will be exposed to during this crap show. Another thing that I am really struggling with is, do I discredit him being a faithful and loving partner for 9 years over one huge mistake while he was going through a rough time? It's so hard to look at these things objectively when it's your own life. Story 2. He's been cheating on me with a mutual friend, I found out last night. I, 22F, met Jack, 21M, in May 2022 through mutual friends of ours. At first our relationship was just casual. This lasted for about a month until we decided to make it official, because whilst being casual it was like we were already dating, going out together, him saying I love you first, and meeting his family, etc. It was wonderful. He was my second boyfriend and he treated me with love and care unlike anyone else. I truly thought he was just as crazy about me as I was with him. That was not the case. Around December time he met Katie, 21F, through some of his friends. She was seeing someone and her and Jack had a normal friendly relationship until she broke up with her partner. Katie had met me at this point, had met me alongside Jack's family where they called me their future daughter-in-law and introduced me to others as Jack's girlfriend, so I believe she knew what I was to him. They started sleeping together end of January, with my lovely boyfriend going over and buying condoms and wandering down to house for AFK. He had told her we weren't serious, that we were just friends with benefits, and that we told our families we were dating to avoid the awkwardness of explaining it was a casual relationship. He said me and him, aren't serious. She knows I want to sleep around before I go to join the Marines. I can't help it, I'm a very sexual guy. He'd told me at the start of our relationship he didn't want to sleep around and wanted to date me exclusively. They slept together frequently, to the point of they don't know how often it was, and it was happening as recently as last week, when he was telling me how happy he was I was coming to visit him. He'd been telling her how much freakier she was than me, doing things to her, knife play, that I had boundaries against. She made him tell me what he was doing, about all the cheating. I don't think he would have ever come clean if we hadn't spoken about it. He told me after myself and Katie had a conversation at a nightclub at 2 a.m. last night and connected the dots. He told me he was a sex addict, that he'd been getting help from my helpline for 2 months, and that's why he couldn't always finish during sex without his hand helping him out. I think it's horseshit. Even if it was true, it's not an excuse to cheat, but only sleeping with one woman intermittently? Doesn't seem like an addict to me. I was staying at his, he slept on the sofa downstairs. I got the earliest train I could and left without ever seeing him. I blocked him on everything and told his mom what he did. She has allegedly kicked him out and keeps telling me how disgusted and disappointed she is by him. It just doesn't feel real. I keep thinking about the memories we made were happening whilst he was fucking our friend, lying to my face about how much he loved for and cared about me. It's like I've been dating a completely different man to what he's been doing now. Apparently, he's been crying his eyes out. He should be. I just don't know how someone can so easily throw something like this away. He's a coward, a compulsive liar, and a sociopath. Story 3. People have been warning me, and I guess it's true. Situation is in my post history. My ex left quietly when asked and has been amicable during the divorce process. I cut off contact except through lawyers. I've had a lot of people here and in real life warn me that she would try and get me back. It didn't seem like the case, but lo and behold, got the letter in the mail today. How sorry she is. What a stupid mistake she made. Begging to come home. She'll do anything. Of course, that's the case now. Told her family what happened and she got kicked out of her sister's house. I've heard it's over with AP. She took a leave from her fancy job that she fought so hard for. She's crawling back because she has nothing without me now. I almost feel bad for her. I feel such deep sadness for what we lost over this. But good old reliable anger and disgust are keeping me from ever responding. I'm, very casually, seeing someone. Looking into moving closer to family when this is all over. Finally made a therapy appointment. It's still hard every day, but I will never take her back. Now some of the comments. She's sorry? She made a mistake? She'll do anything? What is the medium of exchange which squares up that level of betrayal, disloyalty, and deceit? Is there some prescribed number of scented candles? Some set number of ritual dances? Food offerings? Sex acts? If you can't exchange value for value, then what could they possibly imagine they'd be offering? Her fantasy life of rainbows, unicorns, and living happily ever after fell apart. This is all too common. She looks back on the stable, comfortable life she had with you and wants to try to undo her disastrous decisions and actions. She sees you as the fallback plan. She's had her fun and now wants her old life back. She'll do anything. Unfortunately, there is nothing she can do that will completely undo the damage and the fact that she can't be trusted. If you take her back, your future will be living with a partner who has betrayed you and can't be trusted. There be dragons. This story is thousands of years old and will have happened a million times or more around the globe. You have to wonder how and what they feel when they wake up on that morning. The affair fog has lifted and they get to see their selfishness and stupidity with complete clarity. Such is their desperation, their only recourse is to contact the person that they knowingly and willingly threw under a bus. Are they truly sorry? Not for their victim, they're not. Just themselves and the sorry mess they've got themselves into. For the betrayed, it's a moment of vindication and closure. But a way back to what was before? Never in a million years. Keep seeing people OP. You are a good person and will put this behind you. Good luck. The fog has lifted, and the old man has found another much younger woman to seduce. Your STBX now realizes she has no safety net or cushion life, no home to go to, no stable environment, no friend for life she had with you. She did not feel that way when leaving you. Stay strong and continue to see that someone who supports and loves you. Take care of you and please keep us updated. What's really killing her is she did it all for nothing. She gained nothing from her affair and lost everything. Not surprising, she's desperately trying to salvage what she can of her life. Her prospects moving forward aren't good with her track record in either her personal or professional life. Lucky for her, she's in a part of the country where people act like rutting pigs, as you yourself have seen. Monogamy is a punchline to these people, so she'll fit right in. Although I suspect she may not enjoy being on the other side of an unfaithful partner. Only then will she truly understand what she did to you. As for her job, she gets to enjoy the shame, sideways glances, talk behind her back, and smirks of everyone in her very small professional world because by now everyone knows what she did and with whom she did it. This follows her no matter where she chooses to resume her career. In many respects, her life is destroyed. I can see why you have a tinge of sympathy. On the other hand, her affair was with 70-year-old man. Someone twice her age. Gross. She gets what she deserves.